Welcome to another video of Nginx. In today's video, I'll show you how we can install WordPress on Docker. I'll go here to portainer.syncbricks.com, which is my portainer setup here. You can see here I have these three containers right now. So before starting, I need to make sure that I have the DNS record set up for my website. So I'll go here to my router first. So I'll create a new DNS record here. For example, blog.syncbricks.com, and here I'll give the same IP address. So this DNS record is added over here to my router. Go to my Nginx proxy manager. Here I'll be setting this as a proxy host. So add a new proxy host. So I'll be using 8888 as my port 80 is already used, but I'll be using 8888 to give it same. You can of course have your DNS record or your website. For example, I can have syncbricks.com configured. I can use WordPress container to create the website syncbricks.com using WordPress. So we'll go here, search for the container. So I'll go here, container, add container, and search for WordPress image in docker.io. So search it here. So it will show you the official WordPress Docker official image. So I'll click this, and here you can see down, it will give you Docker Compose script here. So I'll be copying this, and I'll come back here to the stack and add a stack here, log syncrix WordPress. Do this and paste it here. Now you can see here that image is called WordPress, restart always, port is 8080, and as I mentioned that I'll be using 8888. So this will be my internal port, but external port will be 8888. And then here WordPress DB host and DB user, DB password, and DB name. And now if you see here that this was the WordPress and here is the DB. It will also create the container for MySQL database. So I can change it. So here you can see MySQL database. I'll say, for example, syncbricks DB, and user will be Amjad, password I'll be using. And the same information I need to enter here. So DB name will be, DB host will be DB, it is fine. Because by default it is creating DB as a volume and WordPress as a volume. So it will create two volumes here. So here DB is fine. And instead of example user, I'll be creating, once we make sure that this information is correct, you can leave the information as it is, the default information that we copied from the source, we can keep it same as it is. But because if you are using this for production environment and if you don't want to change it, so we'll use it as a same. So I'll go here, deploy the stack. And now if I see here, this is blog syncrix WordPress stack is created. But if I go here to container, it will have two containers here. One is the syncrix WP WordPress 1 and another is MySQL 5.7. And if you see here, port for this particular container is 8888, and of course internal port is 80. So I can now access it here as I created earlier DNS. So I click this, and here you can see blog.syncbricks.com. Now I'll continue the setup visit here. WordPress admin panel is ready now here. I can just disable. I'll have the page builder. So perfect. It is working fine and it has downloaded perfectly. I have installed the Elementor plugin also. So this looks very fast. Performance is very good. If I go back here to container, so you can see here, these are the two containers which are created. You can create an image from this container. This allows you to back up the important data and save helpful configuration. You will be able to spin up another container based on the same image afterwards. For example, I can say here, and I can simply create the, here you can see the new image has been created here. If I go here to image, so this is my Synapse latest image, 615 MB. I can export this image and cut it. So you can see here that this image has been downloaded also. So this was the easiest way to set up your WordPress site on Docker using graphical user interface. We were able to set it up quickly. This script is copied from here. After that, we created the stack, added this script here, and then we deployed the stack. When we deployed the stack, it created two containers. One was the database, which is MySQL, and another was the application or the CMS WordPress. And then, of course, we created in the site, and now the site is ready here, and we can start configuring this site. So this was all about setting up WordPress on Docker using Portainer to manage the Docker. See you in next video. Take care and goodbye.